And welcome back to another edition of Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Today we continue along with Ashes of Annihilation. This is map 12, Conduits, another fun, tightly compacted map. Some good areas to fight. We got some archviles at the end. It's a good time to be had by all. The game is powered by GZDoom using the Doom 2 Hell on Earth platform. As always, we're playing on the ultraviolence difficulty setting in order to get 100% in all three of these categories. There are 47 kills to be had, 3 secrets to find, and 14 items to pick up. One of those secrets will be a partial invisibility and a plasma rifle, which will be very useful for the archviles. I'll just lay that out for you in advance. Well, first thing we're going to do is you take a look around, and there are enemies everywhere, so we really don't want to stick around here if we make any noise. But there is a shotgunner around the corner that we're going to try to wrestle its shotgun from. Hopefully the imp will cooperate with some infighting, and we're going to try to stay away from being in the middle of these. Stay away from the, specifically the chain gunners. Yeah, you don't want to be in the chain gunners' point of view. Alright, so let's go ahead and just kind of slowly clear out the troublemakers. Then we'll hit on this side and do the same thing. We've collected some nice ammo. Go get some more. There are shotgunners on this side. There's one over here too. Could not get it to come out and play, unfortunately. Maybe now. Whoop. Ooh. Yeah, I'm trying to get it now because it's just trouble for later, right? Okay, so basically what do we have left? Let's see if we can just get rid of the imp that way. Yeah, gross. Totally squished out. So basically right now, there are the Revenants, which we don't really have enough firepower, and this chain gunner. So let's take care of the chain gunner. Now we're going to try to get that super shotgun, but also the berserk pack will be useful because there are a bunch of pinkies around the corner. So let's go ahead and grab that berserk pack. Yes, this will take care of the pinkies quite nicely without using any ammo. Why, thank you very much. I'll take out the super shotgun because it's right here. So now we have that. Okay, pretty good. What's next? I'd like to go get the next secret, which is a Revenants, which is down here. Actually, I'll probably just use the Berserk Fist. Why not? There is a rocket launcher down here. This is the way to get back up, but if you notice when we walk by, that wall doesn't look quite right. Well, because it isn't. Ta-da! Now we have the rocket launcher, which is welcome. We already picked up a couple of rockets. So we're sitting a little bit prettier. I wouldn't say we're sitting pretty, but we're definitely sitting prettier. If you're wondering, I still have not taken care of the Revenants. That's because we're going upstairs to take care of the mano a mano. So let's go ahead. Revenant number 1. And Revenant number 2. Now, we can start pot-shotting the Revenant now, or we can step out a little bit towards the blue door and it will open up this blind, which will contain a couple of arachnotrons, and on the other side a couple of mancubi. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Because we do want the mancubi and the Revenant to disagree, and not politely. Oop. There we go. Oh, Mancubus is getting a little too close for my taste. There we go. Looks like they are disagreeing. Why, thank you, kind Mancubus. You are a gentleman and a scholar. So let's finish off the Mancubus here. The Revenant has already kind of started that process. So let's go ahead and pick up more rockets. So yeah, we didn't need rockets for this particular exercise. At least not the way I've done it. Hopefully that's as successful for you. So now, what do we do now? Let's go ahead. Press that switch. That will allow us to get in there. But what I like to do is I like to go down and see if I can lure out one of the mancubi. Because once you get in there, it's a tight little spot. And so now I like to use a rocket, see if I can wake it up. Yeah. There. So the other one is almost impossible to wake up. You can't really see him from anywhere. I suppose if I fired a rocket, I might be able to. I guess we can try, but what we're going to do is we're going to race in and we're going to go to where that Mancubus was. So let's go ahead, hop down, run across, and head to the right. Take care of these. Now we've also released some chain gunners, which often, but not always, I guess, in fight with the Mancubus, who went the wrong way. He went towards the, now we have the chain gun, I guess. He went towards the door. Boo! Oh well, so we'll just have to take care of him ourselves. Not too tough once we tuck ourselves into this corner and take care of the imps, being mindful that those 3 chain gunners do pop out of there. Well, speaking of chain gun, we haven't really used any chain gun ammo, so why not have a little bit of chain gun fun? And that's it. Now we're done in here. I guess we can pick up a little bit more ammo. Why not? If you need any health, there's a health pack right here. And now we can get out. We'll just kind of traverse the little raised pole, I guess. And now we can go back up to where we were with the revenants to the blue door, because now we have the blue key. So there are 2 revenants behind here, and there's a pain elemental and a caco, and a pain elemental and just 2 cacos rather behind that wall. So what we're going to do is we're going to stay away from the revenants for the moment, and what we're going to do is we're going to take care of the revenants first with, again, using the techniques I've demonstrated in the last few maps. Just a quick blast and then a second blast should do it. Or almost do it. All right, there we go. And now we do it for the second one. Our unhappy revenant friend. So now we have everything. Take out your rocket launcher. We're going to fire off 2 or 3 rockets at the pain elemental. We want that Mrs. Pain in the butt gone. So let's go ahead before the cackles from the other side can really close in. So fire off. That should be plenty. Now we just have the 1 cackle to deal with and not a million lost souls. And these tomatoes barely even got out of the starting gate. And you can use whatever weapon you feel most comfortable. I'll use the super shotgun since we picked up more shotgun, I guess, shells. And that's fine with me. So the next step here is, if you'll notice, all these panels, they're all nicely detailed. You know, lots of stuff on them. There's only one panel that's kind of bare and boring, and it's this one. So let's go ahead. We're going to use the invisibility, partial anyway, and the plasma rifle, tag the secret, to go ahead and take care of the archviles, who are our more serious enemies left. So let's go ahead with our red key and blast them without getting blasted, obviously. Ideally. And that's that. Sometimes I manage to dispose of them without them coming out, but this time it wasn't too bad. They revived an imp, and I disposed of the imp. So let's take the lift all the way up by pressing that switch. Collect a little bit of ammo if you want, but this switch will get us to the exit, so don't forget to press it. And where this hanging, dangling corpse is, just kind of hop over here. The wall will automatically descend for our final secret, which is a computer area map. Now, at this point, we're not going to need a computer area map, but that's just the way it is. And now, if you want to use your chain gun, that's fine, but we're going to make a running start across here. And the last enemy is a chain gunner. And now we can do our final count just as the invisibility wears off. Yes, all 48 kills, the 3 secrets on all 14 items. Well, you know what that means, indeed. Yeah, we're done. And that's Conduits. And that's map 12 from Ashes of Annihilation. It's a fun map. I mean, I think you just need to know where the ammo is, know where the weapons are, and obviously know where the secrets are, because some of those secrets, like the plasma rifle and the invisibility, are very, very useful for the archvile fight at the end, where there's 2 archviles, and they can create a whole bunch of havoc because there's a lot of enemy corpses in that open area. You don't want them all revived. Anyway, that's how I go about doing it, I think, relatively efficiently and with some fun. Hopefully you did get some good tips and tricks, or you just simply enjoyed it. Either one is fine, if not both, but do go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any further videos that I upload. For now, that's it for Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Thanks for joining us today. See you next time.